CTV News at 5 with Hudson Mack.
Esquimalt mayor is furious over the Capital Regional District's latest sewage push, proposing to dump a second sewage treatment facility in the township. The CRD says it has entered into a $17 million land purchase agreement for property on Viewfield Road in Esquimalt. A Wilson food warehouse currently occupies the spot. The CRD says it's the perfect site for a biosolids energy centre. The region's new wastewater treatment program involves 3 projects, and one is already slated to be built in Esquimalt, a marine outfall at McLaughlin Point. The Heartland landfill was the original spot proposed for the biosolids energy centre, but the project staff continued to look for cost-saving solutions. The 1.7 hectare Viewfield site is only 2 kilometers from McLaughlin Point, meets all of their financial, environmental and social criteria. But Esquimalt's mayor says having 2 projects in the township would devastate her community.
It has left the community out of the process, and people have a right to be a part of this process, and their rights have been denied in this. The impact financially, socially, and environmentally could be devastating to this community.
Esquimalt's mayor says building 2 plants in one community would be a burden on any municipality. Desjardins says there was no public consultation on the proposed Viewfield site, and it says she expects there to be uproar from the community in both Esquimalt and Victoria. Rescue crews have recovered the body of a former Oak Bay man who became trapped in a crevasse while skiing in the Rocky Mountains last week. Mark Taylor, a former assistant superintendent of Oak Bay Parks and Recreation, fell 35 meters into a deep crevasse while skiing with his daughter and a friend near the BC-Alberta border last Wednesday. The 2 survivors were rescued on Friday, but poor weather hampered the search effort for Taylor. The native of Abbotsford was well known in the community as the city's Parks and Recreation manager. The Nanaimo RCMP are looking for your help tracking down a 16-year-old girl who went missing March 7th. Mounties hope you know the whereabouts of Alicia Strongarm. Alicia was last seen at a family member's home on Commercial Street on the morning of March 7th. Alicia is Aboriginal, 5 foot 8 inches tall, 130 pounds, with brown eyes and long dark hair. Anyone with information about Alicia Strongarm is asked to contact Nanaimo RCMP at 250-754-2345. RCMP are also hoping you know where 44-year-old Daniel Hart is. He was last seen at the Phoenix Center in Nanaimo at 1 in the afternoon on March 18th. Dan is 5'7", about 150 pounds, has brown eyes, short curly brown hair, and a brown mustache. He was last seen wearing a black ball cap, a black jacket, and gray sweatpants. Anyone with information about Daniel Hart is asked to contact Nanaimo RCMP. The federal government is asking First Nations leaders to avoid violent confrontations in their campaign against 2 proposed oil pipelines. First Nation leaders from Canada and the U.S. say they are prepared to fight the Northern Gateway and XL pipelines by any means necessary, both in the courts and through unspecified direct action. The group says it is putting the government on notice that it's going to be a long, hot summer. Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth has made her first public appearance in more than a week. The monarch arrived at the Baker Street subway station in London to celebrate the 150th anniversary of the Tube, the London Underground. She's been suffering from a stomach bug and missed a number of engagements over the past 3 weeks. A group of volunteers in Victoria exceeded a big goal to support a family while bringing the importance of organ donation to the forefront. Members of the TELUS Community Ambassadors set a goal to raise $10,000 to support a family for a year under the David Foster Foundation. The foundation helps families cover expenses when they have to travel to support their child's medical treatments. The group exceeded its goal, raising more than $15,000 to support a family.
On average, it costs $10,000 to sponsor a family per year. So that was their commitment. They wanted to sponsor one family. Well, they exceeded that, and they've done a tremendous job.
The other really important thing that we tried to incorporate into it, and that I think we all learned more about, was the importance of organ donation and needing to raise the profile and have more people understand how important it is to be organ donors.
The group presented the check to representatives of the David Foster Foundation at the Oak Bay Beach Hotel. The hotel is home to the new David Foster Foundation Theatre, which will have its grand opening May 4th. BC Ferries has cancelled a number of sailings due to severe weather. Tomorrow's 6:30 a.m. sailing from Comox to Powell River is cancelled, as well as the 8:10 a.m. departure from Powell River. The 10:10 a.m. departure from Comox and noon departure from Powell River are also cancelled. For sailing schedules and updates, visit bcferries.com.